Singapore Indoor Stadium, One Bad Blood. Thưa quý vị và các bạn, được sự cho phép về mặt bản quyền hình ảnh của tổ chức One Championship, kênh Võ Việt xin được gửi tới quý vị và các bạn trận đấu MMA hạng atomweight trong khuôn khổ sự kiện One Bad Blood giữa nữ võ sĩ người Mỹ gốc Việt Nguyễn và cao thủ Trung Quốc Lin Heqin. Đây là Nguyễn, võ sĩ quen thuộc tại sàn đài bát giác của One, nhận được sự quan tâm rất lớn của cộng đồng võ thuật Việt Nam và hải ngoại. Tuy nhiên, kể từ chiến thắng ấn tượng trước võ sĩ Ấn Độ Pujatoma tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh vào tháng 9 năm 2019, phong độ của đá nữ mang biệt danh Killer Bee không được tốt khi cô trải qua 4 trận đấu và để thua tới 3. Trận gần nhất, Nguyễn để thua đối thủ trẻ người Philippines Sim vào tháng 8 năm 2021. Tính đến thời điểm này, Nguyễn trải qua 13 trận với thành tích 6 thắng và 7 thua. Trước trận đấu với Lin Heqin, võ sĩ được đánh giá là rất mạnh của Trung Quốc, Nguyễn khẳng định đối thủ lớn nhất chính là mình và cô sẽ vượt qua để khẳng định giá trị của bản thân. Lin Heqin có kinh nghiệm thi đấu MMA nhiều hơn võ sĩ gốc Việt, nhưng Nguyễn cho rằng mọi con số trước trận đấu đều không có nghĩa gì. Điều quan trọng là cách một võ sĩ chuẩn bị để vượt qua đối thủ. Võ sĩ này là Lin Heqin. Đây mới là trận đấu thứ 3 của đá nữ 29 tuổi người Trung Quốc tại võ đài chuyên nghiệp của One Championship. Tuy nhiên, xét về mặt kinh nghiệm trên võ đài MMA, Lin Heqin vượt trội hơn khi cô gái này đã trải qua 18 trận đấu với thành tích ấn tượng là 14 thắng, 3 thua và 1 hòa. Lin Heqin cũng từng giành huy chương vàng giải MMA nghiệp dư thế giới. Ở sự kiện One Championship tham gia gần nhất vào ngày 30 tháng 7 năm 2021, Lin Heqin đã thất bại trước võ sĩ Ấn Độ Ritu Phogat, trong khi trước đó 2 tháng, Nguyễn đã vượt qua võ sĩ này. Võ sĩ người Mỹ gốc Việt Nguyễn hay võ sĩ Trung Quốc sẽ chiến thắng? Mời quý vị và các bạn đón xem toàn bộ diễn biến trận đấu này.
This next match is 3 rounds of 5 minutes in a one atomweight mixed martial arts contest. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, she stands at 150 centimeters tall, weighing in at 115 pounds, training out of Extreme Couture, representing Vietnam and the United States of America. She is Killer Bee. And introducing her opponent out of the red corner, she stands at 167 centimeters tall, weighing in at 115 pounds, holding a mixed martial arts record of 14 wins and 3 losses. Training out of Haosheng MMA, representing China, MMA sister Lin Heqin. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Olivier Cost.
Right corner. Watch out for the headbutt and back of the head. All right, you both in the rules. Fight clean, touch her if you want. Back your opponent.
So, the quiet before the storm. 3 5-minute rounds coming up. Nguyen looks absolutely fixated on her opponent there.
Judge time. Ready? Ready? Choke!
And she's out for action quickly, although Lin Heqin came bouncing across the circle, but they are yet to engage. Just sends out that feeling little low kick, Lin, and sends in a couple of right hands there, and I think both of them connected. Nguyen had to be quick to sort of just back away from that to take the sting out of the punch. You can see the height difference, it's quite dramatic. Can Nguyen use that to her advantage somehow and get inside? Use that lower center of gravity to do some damage.
I like the lateral movement of Lin Heqin as B came pushing forward. Lin just took a nice little sidestep to avoid the rush. Killer B said that she wants to finish this on the ground. She's really been working hard on her submission skills, and she does not want to leave it to the judges' scorecards in this one.
Nguyen with her hands open. You can see the fingers out there, just looking to sort of maybe catch the odd punch. Lin, quite different. Those fists are pretty much clenched all the time, perhaps with more of a mind on offense than defense. Oh, what a good left hand from Nguyen. Caught Lin flush in the face, and she followed up with the right as well. And Lin took those punches well. Comes back with a right hand of her own, but not quite as vicious as that super left hand that Nguyen threw. Nice little sneaky left jab from Lin there.
That's what Lin needs to do, Steve. She needs to push forward, and she needs to be more active, because right now she's kind of letting B dictate where this match is taking place, and she's also trying to get into her range. He does a good job of closing that distance, but Lin needs more of that, more of those front kicks, and definitely start putting out that jab.
Tell you what, that is a quick jab. It went in and out in double quick time. She's got fast hands, and given the advantage she's got in reach, she can really make that turn into her advantage. Good right hand as she followed up with a left hook from that orthodox stance, and that's a solid jab. Quite different from the one we saw 30 seconds ago.
Really good timing and speed coming from Lin Heqin.
She's picking Nguyen off with that left hand, doing a great job there. Combination of jabs and hooks.
I also like that lateral movement too, Steve. She's not just going backwards now. Now she's starting to utilize those little quarter angle turns.
Nguyen in the center of the circle, not really making it her advantage though. Again, as you say, lateral movement, a moving target. A nice little left hook coming in. It was a counter punch there from Nguyen. Caught Lin flush on the side of the jaw there. And she just dipped in that right hand over the sort of lazy left that was dangling from Nguyen.
Good management of distance coming from Lin Heqin. Killer B needs to change things up. I'd like to see her throw some punches into a takedown.
There's that jab again, Mitch. Just caught Nguyen above the left eye. I just wonder if that kind of slightly more square-on stance is presenting too big a target for that laser-like jab that we're seeing. Did you notice the little lower leg kick there as she just followed up after that with that left hand again, which seems to be doing all the damage. The weapon of this opening round is Lin's left hand.
I like those multi-touch combos she throws. A little click kick into that jab. Boom, again.
She's got that kind of tennis player grunt as she throws those punches as well.
Yeah.
You can hear them coming.
A little bit of a key eye just to let loose a little bit more emphasis into each one of these strikes. B's got to change it up, turn this into a dirty boxing game, get a little tighter. There's a smile coming from B.
I'm not sure that it was the kind of smile you want to live and breathe every day, though. There's a little bit of redness underneath that right eye. I don't see any wounds as such, but clearly that complexion has taken the full force of that snappy left hand. It's a lovely combination. She varies it. It can be snappy and quick, or it can be heavy and thud-like. And that's a nice right hand in the 1-2 combination there.
There's the first takedown attempt by B. Good defense from Lin Heqin. Lin told me that she spent a lot of time working on her boxing, and we are seeing that here tonight. Her management of distance and speed is impressive.
She wants to make up and get back on that win streak that she had, an impressive win streak. And you can see the hunger in the way that Lin stands, the way she approaches this one. Chin down.
10 seconds.
Olivier Coste warning the athletes that they've got 10 more seconds of this round. That's just about run out. And just before the bell rang, B Nguyen snuck in a decent little left hook at short range, right on Lin's jaw.
She's got to do more of that. She has to close that distance right there. See, when she's able to close that distance and get off on that left hand, she has to set that up more. I'd also like to see her mix in more takedowns. I know her first attempt got stuffed, but she's got to keep going back to it. She does not want to stand here at range with Lin Heqin. Look at that. Boom, with the hook jab, touches you with the kick, and then she moves out.
It's a new kid on the playground. So many bags on me. Would've thought I would get sprayed down. Now they know I don't play around. I can hear what you're saying now. I just doubled up my flight. coast, know they ain't a time. I get rich, watch, then I get a sick watch. Watch me hit the top.
Wherever we can, we'll give you the opportunity to listen in to the conversation that's going on in the corner. I was looking at Binh Nguyen's face there. Mitch got a little tiny lump in the center of her forehead and certainly some redness underneath and around that right eye of hers. So Lin's punches, that jab in particular, starting to make an impression.
Yeah, the corner of Binh Nguyen was calling for more combinations, looking for those 1-2s. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Gustavo Ballart in her corner, giving her that advice to push forward and be a little bit more aggressive here with your boxing combinations.
Lin now in the center of the circle, quite different from what we saw for most of the first 5 minutes. She's backing off a little bit now, and they're both dominating that inner circle with the one insignia inside it. They really haven't been too far apart for the entire contest so far. Pretty much within punching range the whole time. And Binh Nguyen just inches her way forward. She's not backing off, there's no question about that.
You can see Lin Heqin is trying to circle Binh Nguyen into her right hand. She's trying to, you know, she's moving actually into the power side of Binh Nguyen, but she's doing it so that she can unload that right hand.
Mitch, we saw it at the beginning of the first round, and we saw it again there just around the 4:10 mark. Or the 52nd mark, I should say, here in the second. That right hand of Binh Nguyen comes over the top of that left jab. If there's any element of laziness about that left jab, Binh Nguyen comes over the top and lands flush on the side of the jaw with that right.
She needs more of that. She needs to close that distance. She has to get inside her range. That's a 19 centimeter reach advantage that Lin Heqin has, and she has to close that distance and make this thing dirty. Also start, maybe go after the body, and also adding in some leg kicks. She has to mix these weapons together, because right now she's just punching at the head of Lin Heqin.
They're right in the pocket, these two, aren't they? Binh Nguyen is not backing off. She's actually the one that is inching forward the whole time. Lin is reacting to her movements. It's Nguyen who's setting the pace position-wise. Lin just goes downstairs with the jab, looking to land that jab to the body. Goes back upstairs, but that open-handed guard of Binh Nguyen fends that one off. And so she switches back downstairs as she did a few moments ago, sending in some kicks. See if she can just soften up Nguyen's legs. It's a long way for Binh Nguyen to get up to the head with that kick there.
Yeah, she's trying though. She's trying to go after different things, but you can see she's just head hunting. And it's that. Look at that touch.
Big right hands from Lin. She sent in about 3 decent right hands. They all landed. There was a left in there as well.
Lin's got beautiful combinations when she chooses to let it go.
No signs that she's slowing down though, Mitch. She's not wanting to back off at all, is she, the American?
No, Binh Nguyen's trying to hang in there. She's also got a chin too. She can take a punch. She's pushing forward. I like the kicks to the body, but you got to set those up.
I think I saw a finger wag there from Lin. So a little bit testy between these two now. Lin has to be on her bike, doesn't she? It seems like she's just a little bit fearful of mixing it up inside. She wants to keep Nguyen at arm's length, which is sensible given the reach advantage she has. Oh, look at that ramrod jab right on the jaw. She can't afford to be on one leg for too long, that's for sure, not with those quick hands that Lin has.
Good body kick landed by B though. B's doing her distance. See, you can hear the corner of Binh Nguyen. Kicks to the stomach, keeps going to the stomach.
Oh, I think a forearm there connecting solidly across the bridge of Nguyen's nose.
Beautiful jab by Lin. See, again, she goes to the body. She needs more of that. Just keep kicking to the body. Every time Lin extends, boom, because her legs are about the same size as Lin's arms, so those kicks are going to do her some good.
It's textbook stuff at times, that jab though, isn't it, from Lin? She's got some variation on it, and I like the way she's varying her attack in its entirety with those leg kicks, softening up Nguyen. She is relentless. She just steps forward. She won't allow Lin any kind of distance, and there's redness around Lin's nose. She may have a bit of a damaged nose there, which makes breathing difficult, of course, which is the last thing you want with 30 seconds left in the second of 3 rounds.
Came close to there, came underneath the punch for the double leg, but Lin spun around to defend another takedown attempt from Binh Nguyen. You can see that Lin learned a lot from her loss from Ritu and really worked on that takedown defense.
Spinning back fist was actually quite a way off from Nguyen, and she just walked into a ramrod left jab. End of a wonderful second round.
Left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my net worth. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess they let the top down. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess they let the top down. Made a wish, now I'm here now. It's for real now. I got everything I wanted and it's jumping like for real now. Out the mud, just another state boy now. I'm living like for real now.
So it sounds like Lin's corner's asking her to start setting the pace rather than reacting and counterpunching and allowing Nguyen to just dictate in her positioning. She's coming forward all the time, the American. They want Lin in this third round to see if she can dictate the positioning. Be more proactive, they said. Remember, the judges will look at the entire 15 minutes. They're not splitting up, they're not slicing and dicing their scorecards round by round. They'll look at the entire 15 as one package, and there's a little bit of trouble for Nguyen. She didn't go down, but she came very close.
Another stiff jab landed by Lin. You can hear the corner of Lin asking for her to find her vibes, but Lin Heqin is vibing right now, Steve. She is putting together some beautiful combinations.
Loving her performance. You can see why she amassed a decent 14-5 winning streak, and you can see that she's in a great place to set another one up. At this point, Mitch, we are entering now, what, the 11th minute? We're coming up to the 12th minute of this contest. Who have you got in front?
Yeah, it's definitely from striking superiority. It's got to be Lin, moving really well, utilizing just good management of space and time with that jab. Everything's set up off of it. She's putting her kicks together with it. But B is still in there. She carries power in that left hand. If she can get the takedown, I'd expect magical things to happen from Binh Nguyen. But Lin's already been able to stuff 2 of those, so nice. Look at that beautiful backward punching from Lin.
I tell you what, it's not the easiest thing in the world to be the dominant boxer going backwards, is it? She's putting in a fine performance here. Very, very measured. Excellent timing.
The pressure from B is constant, and it forces Lin onto her back foot, but she's got good understanding of her footwork to make sure she can counter.
Another big right hand, and you got to say Binh Nguyen is taking these punches well. She's come up against some solid punching from the Chinese woman, and she still wants to come forward. Open mouth now, a lot of redness around the nose. Both women, I think, have nose injuries there. Is the pace starting to tell for Lin? Looking a little flat-footed. She's had to do most of the movement laterally, as you picked up very early on in this contest.
That's another beautiful kick combination thrown by Lin. She goes inside to the leg, side kicks to the body. She mixes up the targets. Hard to predict where she's going to be kicking. She doesn't chamber the kick. There's no big setup for it.
Approaching the halfway mark in the final round.
No running, no running. Let's go.
No running, says Olivia Costa. I mean, that's just one thing they haven't done. But when he sees it, he calls it.
Oh, Lin with the takedown. Beautifully done. That was the first. That's been the third attempt. B has tried multiple times in each round to get her down, but now she was able to reverse the position as Lin, to put her under her back.
Who has the ground game to take advantage of this situation, Mitch?
B's good on the ground, but Lin's really strong on top. She's got good ground and pound. I like the way she's utilizing her head, right? Driving the head right underneath the chin of B. Let's see if B can possibly sweep and get on top.
It's a battle of the hands and the arms now. Who can get the superior position? Binh Nguyen just clinches those hands behind the head.
Looking for an armbar. Oh, good defense by Lin.
She's getting pummeled to the face there, though.
Oh, it's almost scrambled on top is B, but Lin was able to reverse it. Beautiful float over. Good grappling from Lin.
Yeah, used her weight well and sort of pivoted nicely on top there, didn't she? Putting all of that body weight, that big height advantage she's got on the much smaller woman. It's going to be very tiring at this stage of the fight.
Lin might be looking for a head and arm choke, but she chooses to press B up against the wall. B works her way back up. Impressive.
This is impressive from B Nguyen. I mean, she has been absolutely on it from the start. There's no backing down from this woman. What a warrior she is. Looks to me as if she may have a graze underneath the right eye. We picked up redness there early on. There was going to be some swelling, and it's not long before that pops open usually. So damage done, I think. Not absolutely sure of it, but there's clear swelling there. There may not be a cut. You can hear the breathing.
Yeah, you can see Lin's got that body lock, looking to take her down, looking for an outside trip. Good balance showcased by B as she gets double unders and presses Lin up against the wall, reaps the leg, gets her down. Nice takedown by B Nguyen to get up on top.
Probably too little too late. She'll get some credit for that from the judges. What can she do though?
And to mount, this is it, this is her opportunity.
10 seconds.
Running out of time. Can Lin survive this one? Surely ahead on points, but she needs to get to the end of the contest to make it count. The bell goes.
I might make a TikTok, left hand, right hand. Catch the latest trend, I might double up my network. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. Made a wish, now I'm here now. It's for real now. I got everything I wanted and it's jumping like for real now. Out the mud, just another step, boy. Now I'm living like for real now. Ain't nothing, just action with some muscle. Same fit for a bit. I just blame it on the lights. Got these tattoos on my skin. I promise I'm no trouble.
We're expecting a Lin Heqin decision. Let's get Dom Lau to confirm it.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of battle, we turn now to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges have called this contest in favor of your winner by unanimous decision, Lin Heqin!
I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down. I've been going up now, see the top going down. If you didn't know now, I know you know now. That's cause he could go on top, you not really top. You keep saying top, well I guess you let the top down.
The best of the stand-up. Had to resort in the end to the ground and see what she could achieve on the deck, but in the end it was too little too late. So we'll hear Mitch talk to our winner.
Chuyển động cùng Võ Việt.